but you can win so much if you collaborate efficiently. The last one, but not the least, is products are made in the factory, but brands are created in the mind. So as creative people, our minds are more powerful than anything, because you are trying to heal people. Music is therapeutic. Entertainment is therapeutic. You are using it to convince people, move them from a state of bad emotion to a positive emotion. It's all in the mindset. It's not like me going to my factory to go and produce Guinness for people to drink. You are creating something which will connect people emotionally. How do you deliver that? Final one is start thinking of yourself as a brand. You are creative, but you are not the front line. You are the artist manager. You are the sound writer. You are whatever. You are also a brand. You are supposed to help the person to deliver something. So we all need to start thinking about ourselves as brands, right in this room and beyond. Next slide. Any questions at this point?
No.
Okay. Maybe go off slide mode and just click on the next slide so you can So the next one, we're going to talk about what is brand partnership. Who wants to tell me what their view is? Who wants to tell me what their view is about brand partnership? What is brand partnership?
I think it's about collaboration. So it's not necessarily about getting paid for even collaborating. It's just as in you give me some of your influence. No, I give you some of my talent, you give me some of your influence. It's a give or take situation.
Or value exchange. So partnership has to do more with me bringing my skills, my services, or my expertise, and then you giving me what you have, and how can we merge it to support a common cause or our various initiatives. At the end of the day, it has to be a game for each party involved.
Anybody wants to try?
Okay, so what I'm going to add, I think she mentioned where brand partnerships has to do with people who have similar, let's say, styles or modus of branding or what they stand for, values and all of that, so that when you come together, they both amplify each other's purpose. Or, yeah.
So, you want to say something? Okay. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Cool. So, I've summarized it all in a few words, which is relatable to what you said. Strategic alliance. Brand partnership doesn't just, it's not something that just manufactures by itself. It's a strategic alliance. We don't just go into partnership for going sake. We're going because we have a goal. And that goal is a common goal. So it's a strategic alliance between two or more brands to achieve a common interest, goal, or objective. If we do not have a common goal or interest, forget it, we never even had a partnership. It's a marriage. This is a marriage between one creative person from a creative industry and one from another industry or even from a similar industry who wants to merge to achieve one thing. And that one thing is going to be beneficial for both. Underlying principles are collaboration. If we cannot collaborate efficiently, we cannot deliver. If we do not understand each other's goals, we cannot deliver. And in this case, it's us as creative people who need to understand what the brand wants to achieve. Then we can now put ourselves outside the box and say that this brand wants to buy this seat. They want to get 100,000 people to buy this seat. How do I use my influence as an artist or as a dancer or as whatever within the entertainment industry to help them to be able to get those 100 people to buy? Then now the strategy starts to be built. Then you unfold it to deliver. Co-creation. How do I use my brand? What my brand identity is, what I stand for, and what their brand stands for to create something that will be able to help people to buy that seat or even buy more. Trust and loyalty. Without trust and loyalty, forget it, the partnership cannot work. Because it's two people who don't know each other. Not people, it's a brand. You are a person. They are a brand. They've existed maybe for the longest time in the world, 60 years, 100 years, 200 years. And they are in the country, they want to do X, Y, Z. Oh, it's a new brand. They are just building the brand today. They want that brand to be able to deliver X, Y, Z. But trust and loyalty needs to be very important in how we relate. Otherwise, we will struggle to deliver. Because we don't know each other, we just want to be able to build something beautiful. So if we do not trust each other, we will struggle. We're all good here?
Yes.
Okay, next slide. So, we're going to look at some of the importance of brand partnerships or relationships. First of all, it's a win-win situation for both. So like I mentioned, she mentioned something. Look beyond the transaction. The transaction number one is, yes, I want you to deliver X, Y, Z for me. I want you to get 100 people to buy this seat at this price, and then I'll be able to produce more. That's the transaction. I'll pay you $5,000 or 5,000 cedis. Beyond that, what else do I want to be able to do? It means that if I get people to buy that seat, the brand will be able to produce more. I will get my money. I may perhaps grow my following. It will give me new opportunities within my craft. So now, if I'm a singer, I'm not just singing. But now I'm even creating content and I'm helping the company to build. It's a good storyline that you can use. She talked about what storytelling. It becomes one of your highlights in your career. The next one is leveling up your marketing plan. Your marketing plan now evolves. You are no longer just the artist who is just on stage, or the dancer, or the beauty, whatever therapy, whatever you do within your entertainment industry. There are so many angles. But now you are doing multiple things, which is also added source of income. So it's not more just, if you don't have a gig, you still have what, an influencer gig somewhere, which gives you money. So it helps to level your marketing plan. Create memorable campaigns and experience for your fans. Because as you collaborate with the company or with the brand, you are creating something. And eventually, it helps to live a memorable experience for your fans. New or current. The third one is it builds trust and credibility with brands. So what happens is that you see that there are certain brands that are always getting the gig when it comes to the artists. It's because they have built themselves over time that they are trustworthy. Brands don't just get up and work with certain people. They just watch. And because of the confidentiality, etc., I can't talk about a lot of real situations. But brands don't just get up and work with certain people. We see a few case studies as we go. So it builds that credibility with these brands. It builds credibility again, even within your own entertainment industry. Within corporate, once you see that they know, oh, we've used you, this brand, SC Mobile has used Sarkodie for this. He did a very fantastic job. They may not have the facts on how it delivered, but there's the talkability that comes with it. Tomorrow you see the same Sarkodie getting another gig from another bank to do something else for them. He has built himself around the corporate world that he can be trusted. Within your own entertainment industry, you become one of the people that your own people use you as a point of reference. When it comes to people, you are in fashion, right? When it comes to people within the fashion, you say that, oh, you see our brand here, the gentleman, he's doing amazing stuff. Every brand wants to partner with him to do stuff. That's how it starts. So you are building that credibility, not just for the corporate world, but you're building even within your own entertainment industry. You drive a lot of talkability, and that's how the whole benefits come. The fourth one is you are doing what? Doing a lot of connection, collaborating, and then co-creating, creating with these brands, which at the end of the day helps to also build and elevate your career. Any questions? Please feel free to jump in. You guys are not interactive. The previous group was very interactive. Why? Let's make it more fun. My dear, can you please come forward? Let's make it more fun. I'm not a lecturer, okay? So it's supposed to be more interactive. Next one. Otherwise, I'll mention, I don't remember the names, but I'll point. So let's talk about how to position yourself to attract these brands. So remember, we are creative people. We want to position ourselves such that tomorrow, Guinness will say that, oh, we did a beautiful work with the Incredible Ziggy some years back. Now we want to work with this person. Why would they come for you? Because they are using what they did in the past as, oh, it was good. Now let's go for this person. Why would they come for you? One, brand identity. have a strong brand identity. If you do not have a brand identity, and in this case, I'm not talking about the brands, I'm talking about us here, those of us in the creative industry. How to position yourself to attract brands. You need to have a unique brand identity. If a company wants to select, let's say Unilever wants to select somebody to help them to promote Lifebuoy, which is a soap brand. They are looking for a musician. There are 5 musicians currently reigning in the A list. Why would they select A and not B? It all boils down to that brand identity. The middle one, craft, is the first one they will take. Before your name gets there, don't forget that your name is getting there because they know that you have the craft. So already, that's a fact, and nobody's going to take that away from you. You have the craft, your skill, top notch, your talent, dope. Your values and principles. So the brand identity and the values and principles are what is going to help you to be able to really unlock that position. How do you stand out versus the others? What makes your brand unique that can connect on their audience? Your values and principles as an entertainer. Some of us have really poor values and entertainment. You know that you have a meeting with this client. They said 9 a.m. 10 a.m. you are late. And the excuse you are giving is that we went to the club last night. the brand should know that we as creative we like to go, we go to the club. So who told you the marketing manager wasn't at the club? She was there that night, also partying, but guess what? In the morning she's in the office. You can't use that as an excuse. When it comes to professionalism, the whole world, there's no definition to say, there's no excuse or definition to say it's the professionalism or this set of people should be different from that. No. Professionalism is professionalism, 100%. If it's A, it's A. If it's B, it's B. There's nothing like you should understand. Who should understand? If you feel you have to give an excuse, don't wait till the meeting period and say, I'm sorry, I'll be late. No. Have the decency. And that's where sometimes we lack that professionalism. And at the end of the day, when the brands do not work with you, sometimes you'll be shocked how some brands drop certain great talent. And it's all because of some of these bad habits. You understand? You know you have a meeting with a client. Show up. If it's not you and it's your management, they need to ensure that they are showing up at the right time. They don't compromise on values and principles. What do you stand for as an artist? Today you are controversial in this note. Every time you alone, you are picking TikTok. You are always doing TikTok live. And you are always picking up on this artist or the other. Why? What kind of strategy is that? Eh? I'm not mentioning names, so don't mention names. At the end of the day, why? You understand? You need to, so at the end of the day, like I said, I was telling the previous group, it depends on where you want to get to in your career in this entertainment industry. If you want to be timeless, like some of the case studies I'll take you through, know how you build yourself. If you want to be somebody who will just be blown by the wind, you can be controversial and just let's go to bed. But if you want to get to the next level, make sure that you are really building yourself such that you have a unique brand identity. The bottom, distinctiveness, extremely important. How are you distinctive versus the others? Trust me, no brand will come for you if you are not distinctive. And I'm not talking about, see, I'm in corporate, but even in corporate, there are certain brands that are not even looking out for that distinctiveness. They just want to do anything and just jump on TikTok and get a bunch of people to just do stuff. But look at some of those key brands, those multinationals, the kind of people they go for. You understand? And that is where you should be thinking and positioning yourself. So, how you are distinctive versus the other. In the midst of all this controversy and this chaos, we have like what every day new artist is coming, somebody is coming, somebody. It's a competitive world. Don't forget it. God didn't give the talent to you alone. We all have the talent, not me. I don't sing, but if you are what? Not only you has a voice to sing, somebody can sing even better. So it's a competitive world. How do you stand out? A competitive advantage. Meaningfulness. How you are able to be meaningful to the people. When we hear your song or when we see your creativity, whatever you are creating, whether it's like the fashion industry or whatever within the entertainment that you produce from or whatever, how is it meaningful to us? How does it resonate with the audience? these principles are very key. At the end of the day, your brand identity, your craft, your values and principles, it all boils down to what is at the bottom. So you need to be very distinctive, drive a lot of meaningfulness, but of course have a competitive edge. Whether you like it or not, it's a competitive world. So you need to have a competitive edge. Because in that room, when Unilever is deciding which artist or which fashion designer or whoever they want to go for, they are looking at these principles, and somebody has to have a competitive advantage. Whether you like it or not, even twins, one comes first, one second. So somebody will definitely be chosen over the other. So if you are building yourself, build yourself such that you are somebody who has a huge competitive edge over the other, so that you are the one that they will select. You understand? Any questions here? We're all good? This group, we are not interactive. And we are killing my film. It was very fun. Okay, next slide. So we're looking at what the brands look for. We've spoken about how you need to build yourself to be able to attract. So now we're looking at what these brands, your Unilever, your Diageo, your Hennessy, your Johnny Walker, all those big brands names that you want to work with, Kibo and all those people. What do they look for? One, your community. And this community is your audience, your reach. So it goes beyond social media. So that's why I put in your community, because community is bigger than that. Your reach is not just social media, your audience, your target audience, your reach. When when we want you to perform, say, at wherever location, in Kumasi, what kind of following do you command there? If I want to use you to promote my brand, if I put you on the flyer, will people show up because it's you there? They are looking at all those things because it's beyond social media. The work is not just limited on social media. There are certain campaigns which is strictly on social media basis. And when they are looking for that, they are just going in for a social media follow. But when they want it to be a bit more, they are looking at what else can you give. So that's why I put it there in community. I didn't want to limit it so that when you are thinking about it, you look at it beyond social media because your entire community is. The content. This content, again, is not just limited to social media. What kind of information you bring out? So if it is you who's an artist, what kind of music you are creating, what kind of genre does it appeal to people, all those. If you're a fashion designer, what kind of costume do you make? All those things, you're looking at all of that. The third principle, I think I touched on earlier, professional attitude. They don't joke with that. I've seen brands drop great talents because of lack of professionalism. Trust me, they can take good community, good content, professional attitude will let them drop you. They will not pick you because you lack professionalism. And professional attitude is a very important thing. And some brands, especially those multinational brands, they don't joke with it. Like I told you, they are multinational brands, they've dealt with global stars. And some of these global stars, they are so professional, you will be shocked how some of them work. You book a meeting and they are there. You book a show, you have to be here at 10 p.m. 9:50, he and his entire management, they are present. Some of our people in Ghana, they will tell you, you give them 10 p.m. and as at 12, they're not even showing up. And when they come at 12, they want to perform because they feel bigger.
They still show them.
At the end of the day, don't forget this. You will still get it because you are relevant. One day, when you are no more relevant, all those things will dawn on you. There are case studies you can look at first if you think about some of the examples that you see. Controversy. I was telling the previous group, controversy can be healthy and can be negative. Depends on how you look at it. There are certain artists or certain entertainers who build their career out of controversy. And it works for them. So it depends on what you want to do and how you want to get there. It's a very big and tricky game to go for that because what it does is that it positions you such that people will start knowing you only for the publicity stunt. It's good. They know that's how you are, but for how long can you last on that? Exactly. How long? Exactly. Some people can still say that will be my forever strategy. And that's the point. It's just like if you lie once, you have to keep on lying. That's how it is. If you build controversy 1, 2, 3, that should be how you should build your career. Like I said, It can be positive, can be negative, but it is a big thing for you to go in for that. However, brands will always look at, if you know this person has too much controversy, I'm sorry, I can't. Because no brand wants to wake up every morning and there's this controversy, the blogs are posting, and as soon as the brand is associating themselves with you, automatically the negative blogs will impact them. Haven't you seen situations where consumers will say they will not buy this product because they are associated with this person? You understand? In the US, last year or last 2 years, a certain brand used to partner one celebrity who was in the film industry. He had some controversy with, I think it was about rape case, and he was actually their flagship in their commercial. They had to drop him. So they had to immediately terminate the contract and immediately told all their global offices to stop playing that ad on their local TVs. But guess what? They will put in all of this, but in the long run, there was still association with that guy. So their brand is still in the face of people. But why did this brand endorse this person when he's into this? How would the brand know? The brand didn't know that. For all you know, if the brand ever knew, they would never endorse that person. But unfortunately, it happened. So next time, what will happen to this brand? They will be more careful if they have to work with anybody. You understand? They will be very careful because now this is something that almost ruined their campaign. You understand? So when it comes to controversy, about 99% of brands always avoid it. Like I said, there are some school of thoughts to say that controversy can help. Like I said, you can use it to your advantage, and it can also either make you or make you. Depends on how you look at it and whether it's something you want to. Because I don't think you can live your life out of controversy for the long term. At the end of the day, relevance, how you connect with their audience or their consumers. If I want you to, I'll use practical examples like what? I mean, some of the case studies that we'll look at. If a brand wants to be able to recruit 18 to 24, they are looking at this talent is able to, this talent might not necessarily have to be 18 to 24, but his craft is able to influence 18 to 24. So they will go for that talent because they want to be able to recruit 18 to 24. And that is their objective. They might say, okay, so the banks, usually the banks, for example, they don't look at age. They are looking at, because everybody banks, right? But there are certain specific campaigns that a bank will do, and all they want to do is just to get young people or campus people to sign up or to open accounts. The SC Mobile, for example, they went for Saturday because they wanted to get more people to sign up on mobile. And they know that the youth love to use mobile. So they signed him to do that work for them over that period. You understand? So that's how it is. So how you drive relevance among their consumers is very critical.
How they find alignment. And how they find alignment.
Exactly. Sorry, you are leaving us? Okay. Oh, the guy was here, so maybe you can just reach out to him. Okay, please, if you want, just go to the next slide for us. Okay. Yes, please go ahead.
For the problem with professional attitude, apart from lateness, what else have you experienced?
Professionalism is, I mean, it depends on which company you are working with, but there are certain basic principles about professionalism. I mean, it's about standing up to what the partnership agreement is. At the end of the day, if they said you are supposed to, I'm making it up. Example, maybe it's an influencer contract. They say that every week you should produce one content. That makes it 4 content in a week, and it should be a video content. Then you choose to say that I'll do one every other week. Already you are limiting what they want to do.